made sure that we've had a scholarship for many years, the one drum major, the one color guard captain, and now in the past 2 years for multiple drum majors and multiple captains to go study at a drum major academy camp over the summer. And for all these years, it's been run by a friend of mine named George Parks. And he's always been the epitome of what a drum major should be. There's a video out many years ago of George conducting and marching, and epitome is just the best word. He was just the best drum major imaginable. He was drum major of the senior corps in Reading for many years, and for over 30 years he's been the marching band director at the University of Massachusetts, where Kyle Kubicki went this fall. Well, we found out this morning that George passed away very, very suddenly last night. George was a friend of mine since I was a freshman at Northwestern. He was one of the first people I met there. He established the flag squad in the marching band that year. I was a part of that flag squad. That's why I've always had a connection with the girls in the guard here. And I don't have an explanation for it. He was only 57. When I'm standing here and I'm 52, that's a number that really kind of rattles me a little bit to have a colleague of that age suddenly pass away. But what I'm happy about is that he was with his band. They were on their way from Massachusetts to the University of Michigan. They had stopped in Ohio, I guess, to play a performance at a local high school. It might have been a former student or maybe a former drum major school. And from what I understand, he died following the performance. So I'm glad he was doing what he loved at the time, and that he was doing it all the way until the end. But he is sorely going to be missed. And I know for Zach and Stella, Jessica, Jungso, and Kelly, they're a special group of people because they're the last groups of students to get to work with him. That's not going to happen anymore. They have the camp. It's probably someone who's going to pick up on it, but that camp was George. So I don't know if you wanted to say something about what you learned from George. I said one. We've got Jungso, who's coming back from West Point, Kelly, who's absent today. Jessica was there last year. Stella and Zach were here this year. He had a lot of one-liner type truths that he tried to pass on to his drum majors. Do you want to share something?
Yes, sure. Well, I don't know if I can go anything so specific because the thing is, we took, I learned so much during that, even less than a week's time, just with this one guy who was shocking to me that he passed away because he's such an epitome of leadership, of marching band, of course, and just he radiates his energy. You walk around and you're just like, wow, this guy has all of his priorities straight in life. He knows what, like this guy when he gets on his deathbed, which is, I don't know how to apply to the situation, but when he looks back on his life, he would say that I lived a full life. But I'm sure he felt that no matter what. But still, the camp I went to, I learned so much, and I have a three subject notebook full of just notes that I took. So I'm not going to really go over anything specific, but I guess I'll say something that he said about band and how for marching band, I think we had if the people who were here last year, we had some, we had a little low point, a trough in our energy and our spirit for the band. And he said that he sort of knows that can happen sometimes. He said how he equated to Santa Claus, actually, and how you go at as a freshman, you went to marching band, and you should be very excited. You should be saying, "This is I've always seen the marching band. It's always a lot of fun watching them, and now I'm a part of it. I get to be on the field. I get to be one of the key focuses of the high school." And then as the years go by in high school, you start to lose some of that momentum and that energy. He equated to Santa Claus and how as a kid you're so excited, you find out later in your life that this thing that brought so much so much joy and so much, happiness isn't what it seems to be. But then he said how the key to that, the key to fix that was to, as a father, he had kids, and he says that he kept the Santa tradition going with his family, and his daughter. It was a very funny story actually. He said his daughter thought that was told in first grade about Santa, and he was devastated. So he kept this thing going. I'm going to say a little story of his. He had the Long Ranger, the Long Ranger, put on his roof. He recorded these sleigh sounds and sounds that are steps on the roof. And he had this was on Christmas Eve, and then he put another speaker inside his living room where the fireplace and the Christmas tree were, reading in the Santa voice, like, "Oh, my daughter, the daughter's name. Oh, she's been a very good girl this year. I hear she hasn't believed in me, but I want to say that I still believe in her." And it was a very, very sweet, funny delivery. He was a very funny guy too. I could, say any of these jokes, and it's very funny. But it really brought home the idea that, marching band and like any activity overall, but marching band especially, we're such a special group of people. Everyone here is always working. No one is on the bench. No one is fetching water or anything. We're always part of the group, and there's no reason for the spirit to die down. There's no reason for people to doubt why they should be a part of it at all, because it's a thing that is always alive, is always one of the key things in the school. And it's like, it's just like Santa, you want to keep this thing going for forever, and you can keep it going even if you feel like it might have lessened in some way in your life. But so I think just if we can take anything from this, is to keep the spirit, momentum going in our bands. I know none of you people, besides the captains and the staff here, actually knew Mr. Parks, but I think if anything, his passing, he would have wanted his students and the people they taught and continuously to keep marching band the special things.
I think, and that's the important thing. I think, especially as I talk about legacy and history within our own group, George and what he taught to all those different drum majors, in a small way, it's all been passed on to you guys. And the way we march, the way we present ourselves, the pride that you show within the group, even as we're marching to and from the field, and yes, I'm going to come back to that, that's the sort of thing that he represented as being a real truth, as a real important aspect that made him proud as a teacher, made him proud as a performer, and that he wants all of his former students, Zach, Jessica, me, Stella, John So, and Kelly included, to be passing on to you guys. We're all a living legacy. So, I'm going to see if at the band festival at Montclair too, if we can't do something to recognize his work, because there will be a lot of people there that night in Montclair and will remember him, and we want to try to, I would like to do something as the president of that organization to say something special about him. So I just need